another brand new episode here on 1950's Farm. So how are you all doing? Hopefully you're having a good day, and a good Christmas has been had by all as well. It's been a quiet one, and that's the way I like it. But yes, it's been quiet, but as I say, that's the way I want it. But as you can see, today we are carrying on with the ploughing, and as you can also see as well, off camera, I have done quite a lot. I've managed to sit here and get it done, and not get it done because I've not finished yet, but considering what we were left with at the end of the last episode to what we've got today, we've done quite a bit. As you can see, I've had I've had a few hours sleep, and my ins and outs. Oh, if I can time it, you get it nice and level, but I've been gradually sort of dropping off a little bit. Yeah, so sorry, I paused them because there was some shouting going on in the hallway, and I wondered what was happening, but it's cool. Yeah, so as I say, normally you can get your ins and outs quite level, but I think, as I say, I think I was getting tired at the time. It's been a long one, trying to get this finished, because I'm obviously want to get on with drilling this field. I've got to get the wheat in this field. I've got a field of wheat myself that needs to go in on Harry's farm, so it's busy. And as I say, these these little equipment, they do struggle with the size of the field. So it's been I don't know, it just seems to have taken a while this time, but never mind. But that is the plan for the farm anyway, or for the two farms. We get this ploughed, get this drilled, because priority really is with the dairy, just because their fields are bigger. I had also a little bit of a disaster this morning. It's been a disaster, darling. That's my impression of Craig Revel Horwood. So I loaded the game in. So I went to bed last night. I went to bed early hours of the morning. And went to bed. Everything was fine. Went and checked the animals before I went to bed. Made sure, that they got everything they needed. And decided, I'm going to shut it down. I think it was about like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I thought, right, I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to get a few hours sleep. Get back on it again in the morning. And anyway, closed down, as I say, did what I was intending to do. Came on this morning, as I always do, just have a quick look around the farm, make sure everything's kind of okay as basically as I left it, and then shock horror to my dismay, disbelief, horror, everything that you can think of. All my bales had gone. It's like, where's all my bales? I think you'll find that I need them. So all my bales had gone, but on a reload, and yesterday I put a new mod in that is not really for now on the series, but I found it and it's for a little while. But what had happened was I'd got to the end of sort of doing what I wanted to do, and decided that I was just going to load the mod in, test it, test the mod, and then say close and disappear, and it appears that that mod wipes your bales if you leave it in. So took it out, went back to the save before the one where I saved, and everything was fine. So it's actually a good thing that the game does back itself up, to be fair, because as I say there, it did get me out of a pickle, because as I say, that would have been a disaster for us. All those hay bales and all those straw bales, to have disappeared and gone, would have been an utter disaster. Yes, I could make more hay because we've got 2 grass fields that are ready to be cut, and yes, I could have, scrambled a field, bought a field or whatever, of soybeans or corn or something, and trailed it, and we would have got straw again. But it was obviously extra work that I sort of didn't want. So the fact that it came back, whew, was I one relieved little cookie, one relieved little Christmas cookie. So yes, it was not bad. So I went to bed, as I say, I think it was about 2:30, 2:45, something like that. And then, so I'm recording this the Monday before Christmas Eve, and I say I went to bed at about sort of 2:30, 2:45, and got into bed, and I was sort of laying there, and I was sort of thinking about, tomorrow, or when I get up, I need to record this, need to do that, got to get that finished, that needs editing, that needs sorting. I've got a problem for some reason at the moment with my audio and sound. I'm not sure whether it's my microphone, whether it's my monitor, whether it's my computer. I'm not sure what it is, but it sounds awful at the moment. I've had a couple of messages as well on a couple of videos where the person has said that sounds awful, and it does sound awful. So yeah, don't quite know what the issue is. Using a different monitor, did some recording, it sounds the same. Used a different microphone, did some recording, it sounds the same. The only thing I can't use different is my PC, and I'm really hoping it's not the audio on my PC, because I don't have a great deal of budget for different things. My microphone that I've got is fairly sort of basic and bog standard and budgety. The same with most of sort of my equipment. When I was at work, that was fine. Just go out and buy the best of everything, no problem. I can't do that now. So it's and obviously I don't earn nothing through YouTube, so and that doesn't bother me. I'm not too worried about that, but it does mean that my equipment is sort of fairly standard. So it's a bit of an issue, because I just at the moment I can't nail, and the audio issues that I'm having is not on FS22, it's on FS25. The last 2 videos of FS22, which has been on this series, have been fine. I then did some kind of just sort of test recording, and they were fine. But as soon as I went over to FS25, the last 3 or 4 videos that are on YouTube, the audio quality is not very good. And strangely enough, I didn't actually pick it up myself until it was mentioned, and then it was kind of like, it sounded alright to me when I, because I obviously watched the episodes to make sure they're okay. And it's surprising how many things get past me, whilst I'm sort of watching the episodes to make sure everything's alright. It's amazing how much stuff does get actually past me without me noticing, which is quite scary, really. And I went back and listened to the video in particular that they commented on, and I was like, oh yeah, that's awful. And as I say, there's quite a few, so you know, I can only apologise for the quality of sound, and until I can find where the issue is, there's not a great deal I can do about it. So I've ordered another microphone, but I've got to wait. That's going to be well into January before I get it. The same with my monitor. You know, these are all things that I was, you know, really hoping that I wasn't going to have to spend money on at this time of the year, but I want the videos to be the best they can be. You know, in terms of quality, in terms of me speaking, in terms of, you know, audio, visual, and everything else. I just want the videos to be, you know, sort of good quality. And you know, that's detracting from that at the moment, and I'm not happy about it. But I just kind of mention it because I want people to know that maybe sort of almost, you know, also feeling a little bit aggrieved by it, that I am trying to sort it. I am aware of it now, and as I say, I am trying to get it sorted. But yeah, it's not been easy at the moment to pin it down. Anyway, so got into bed and was sort of kind of thinking. Anyway, so a few days earlier, it had been decided that we needed to do a Christmas shop before, obviously, Christmas. And I said, oh yeah, I'll go Monday, and I'll go really early in the morning. And because me being me, you know, thinking about, you know, sort of YouTube and what I'm going to do, and you know, and all of that stuff, because I'd forgotten all about it, hadn't I? And so I literally, as I say, went to bed at sort of, you know, about 2:30, 3:15 yesterday, or this morning. My my alarm went off at 4, and I was kind of like, I got up and I was kind of like, it's 4 o'clock alarm, what the hell are you doing? And because I'd put a reminder on the alarm. Tesco's opens at 5. And I was like, oh crap, I was going Christmas shopping this morning. And suddenly it was kind of like, oh Jesus, I thought, I've only been asleep I think just a little over an hour. I thought, oh man. So anyway, I gets up, has a cup of tea, and gets myself dressed and off to Tesco's, thinking, well, at least no one will be there. I thought, oh, you know, at least it'll be empty, and I'll just go round, I'll get what we need. You know, a list had been sort of written for me. You know, a list, as I say, had been written, and I thought, yeah, it'll be so easy. And I got there at like sort of, I don't know, about 5 to 5, and the queue to get in, I was like, what? I've come this early to try and beat you lot so that I didn't have to hang out with you. And I was kind of like, oh gee. Anyway, parked my car, I'm putting my coat on. I'm still pretty much asleep at this point because I'm tired. And this old bloke comes up to me and says, you're not allowed to park here. So I said, what? He said, you're not allowed to park here. I said, what do you mean I'm not allowed to park here? I said, it's a bloody car park. I said, I think you'll find it's precisely where I am allowed to park. And he said, no, you're not allowed to park in this space. I said, why not? He said, well, because it's disabled. I said, yes. So he said, well, you're clearly not disabled, are you? So I said, well, why have I got a disabled badge then? And he's like, he said, yeah. He said, you've managed to con the system into getting one quite clearly. He said, but you're not disabled. I said, well, you've parked in it. He said, I'm old. I said, being old is not a disability. I said, it should be, but it's not. I said, just because you're old doesn't give you the right to park in a disabled bay. I said, they're for disabled people. He said, but you're not disabled. I said, and neither are you. So he goes, oh, you agree? I said, no, well, obviously I don't agree. I said, because I've got a disabled badge. I said, and I've had to submit quite a lot of evidence to get that disabled badge. I said, you don't just ring up the council and go, oh, I'll have a disabled. He said, you don't ring up the council. I said, yes, you do. He said, no, you don't. He said, you get it from the hospital. I said, no, you don't. I said, you ring up the council. I said, your local county council are the ones that issue your disabled badge. I said, you don't go to a hospital and go, oh, I'm feeling a bit disabled today. Can I have a badge? I said, it doesn't work like that. I said, if you're going to have a go at me, I said, at 5 o'clock in the morning, I said, at least get your facts right. And customer service was not high on my list of priorities at that time of the morning. Anyway, I get in and we get, I sort of the queue to get on the escalator to go up to Tesco's, because Tesco's in Wisbech is on sort of like, so the car park is underneath the store and the store is on top of the car park. And anyway, I go up the escalator and I get into, it was just bedlam. It was absolute bedlam, and I just like, I can't believe this. I thought, not only am I really tired, which by the way is why there's not a huge amount of enthusiasm in my voice this morning. Not only am I hugely tired, excuse me, I was like, now I've got to deal with all you lot, and 99% of the people were like fresh faced, they were up, they were lively, they were in it, and I was like, I hate you people. So anyway, I kind of got I sort of went round, got what we needed, and made my way to the till. And why is it right? Bearing in mind the shop opened at 5 to the public, right? It opened at 5 a.m, right? In the morning, right? I goes round, gets what I need. It's now 20 to 6, right? I go to a checkout with the woman set at the checkout. I start putting my stuff on the checkout belt, and she goes, sorry love, I'm closed. And I looked at her and I went, well, you're clearly not. And she went, I am. I said, the gate's open, you're sat behind the checkout, and you've watched me put half of my trolley onto the bloody belt, and then to say, sorry love, I'm closed. She said, yeah, I'm closed. She said, this till doesn't work. I said, so why didn't you tell me that when I first got here? She goes, well, I didn't think. I was like, I said, what part of the till is broken? She goes, the scales. I said, I don't need the scales, I haven't got nothing to weigh. I said, I haven't got no fruit, no veg, no nothing. I said, everything I've got is barcoded. She was like, I'm sorry love, it's broken, I can't serve you. I was like, this normally very meek, very mild, very passive man was getting very wound up. So anyway, I like put all my stuff back in my trolley and went to the next till. And so I queued up. There was like one person just finishing. So the young man looked at me. I went, are you closing? He went, no. He said, I just got here. I said, you're a good man. I said, you're a very good man. I said, am I okay to put my stuff on? He said, that's the idea. I said, you're a good man again. I said, I'm doing it. So I put my stuff on anyway and sort of talking, and he goes, she's awful, she is. She's like, she just does it to wind people up. I said, well, I can assure you at 5 o'clock this morning, I said, it happened sort of, 5:26 this morning. I said, it's not a good idea to be winding me up. I said, I completely forgot that I had to come Christmas shopping this morning. I said, my alarm got me up at 3:45, and I went, well, merrily, that's not too bad. I would be quite happy with that. I said, but I didn't go to bed till 3:45. So I goes, so I said, I'm tired. He said, what time did you get up the morning before? I said, yesterday. I said, I got up at, my usual time. I said, about 5:05. I said, you didn't go to bed till 3:15. He said, why on earth not? I said, I'm a YouTuber. I said, and I was recording. I said, and I wanted to get like quite a way in front. I said, and I wanted to get it all done. So I said, over Christmas I can have a day or two off. I said, like, just sort of chill out, with the family and, do the normal stuff. I said, like, I said, I've got like this week recorded and half of next week already recorded. I said, and by the time I get to bed tonight, I said at about 10:30, I said, I'll have all of next week recorded as well. I said, I'll be so far in front. I said, I'll almost be into next year by the time, next year comes. And he was like, goes, that's pretty cool. So I said, like, so he said, like, what do you do? So I told him what I did, and he was like, he goes, oh, that's fair enough. But yeah, the man having a go at me for, not being disabled. And of course, when he was like, he goes, when you're, like not disabled, I can't remember exactly what I said, but I went, oh, well, I go, if you think you're Jesus, you can take it away if you like. I can't remember quite how we led up to that, but I was really annoyed. Yeah, so that was me morning. And then, as I say, got back, packed all the shopping away, all while trying not to wake everyone else in the house up. Packed all the shopping away, and then as I say, got myself a cup of tea, sat down, and I was like, ugh. And then I sorted a couple of things out that I needed to sort out, and started then to so I started recording again. So I've already recorded one video this morning. This is the second one. So ideally I've got about 5 today, but I've bought something from shopping that I saw out of the corner of my eye that may help me. So I've bought myself a 64GB memory stick. Now my thought is, and I know nothing about any of this crap, right, but my thought is I can record the videos, transfer them all onto the memory stick, which then refrees up all the memory in my computer, so I can just keep recording, and then I can just keep taking the videos off the memory stick as and when I want to upload them and get them onto YouTube. So I'm thinking I may have found a very good temporary solution until I can afford a new PC. I don't know, but I think I may have done. I also bought myself a new mouse as well, because yeah, mine's a bit dodgy, as you know. So yeah, I've done that as well. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I've done a good job. But anyway, I'm going to switch over to a little bit of time lapse now. And whilst we, just before I do that, I'm going to run off and get myself another cup of tea and hope that the caffeine can actually wake me up. It would be really nice if I didn't have a heart condition to be able to have some Red Bull, 4 cups of coffee, just to kind of, boost a bit of energy and get going a bit. But sadly I can't. So another cup of tea. The caffeine in the tea hopefully will, wake me up a little bit. And as I say, I'm going to do some time lapse, and then I'll meet you at the end. This is not going to be a hugely long video again, just because we're ploughing, and that's what we did in the last episode. But I just thought I would do a quick video, show you the progress. We're nearly finished, and then, as I say, we will soon be on to drilling this wheat field and our wheat field as well. But I have got to plough the field on Harry's farm, but we'll do all that off camera. I won't do another video of ploughing, just because once we get that field behind us, muck spread, we will be ploughing that one, and I will put that one on camera. And then we'll be winter. Got a few winter jobs this year that I want to get done that I'll do on camera. I'd sort of told everyone what my plan was. I also, sort of said in the comments, if you've got a problem with it or whatever, just leave a comment, say, no, I don't want you to do that. That's sort of, not on at this stage, which would have been fine. But no one has, and because no one has, I'm assuming everyone's kind of happy for me to do what I want to do. So I'm just going to crack on with it. And as I said, that'll be a video. And then we've got then the farm build at the dairy to do, and that should hopefully go okay. And then if there's time, I might do Harry a little farm build and just change those sheds, because I don't like those sheds. They're not really very authentic as far as I can tell, and they're not all that great. you know, for what we're looking to do in the future. So yeah, I'll get rid of them as well. But anyway, I am going to switch over to a little bit of time lapse, and I'll see you later. Bye for now. So there we go, I'm back again. Haha. Yes. It's hard to sort of say anything other than it's gone fairly well. You know, you did see how it went. But yeah, no, it has gone fairly well. I should be done this a bit later today. Like I say, I'll do the rest of this off camera. And then I've got a field at Harry's to do, and I think that might be the rest of my day's work today, to get these two fields ploughed, and then we can get on with some drilling in this field. And then once we've got the drilling in this field done, there's a field to drill, obviously, at Harry's farm again, and then that'll be pretty much it then for this autumn. We'll move into winter, and we'll get on with some winter jobs. But yeah, so it's, as I say, it's gone fairly well. I apologise for the sort of lack of enthusiasm in my voice today. You know, as I've said, very tired. Very much looking forward to my bed, and that may well come very early this evening. I might even afford myself this afternoon a couple of hours on the settee. But as I say, you know, I made a commitment to YouTube back in February, and it is my every intention to stick to that commitment, and to do my best, and to fulfill that obligation. I did mention the second channel earlier. I think last week I mentioned it, and whilst that channel isn't going to disappear, just for the time being, the videos are going to stop being uploaded to that one, because this is my priority. This is, this is where I want to be, sort of thing. And I was just doing the other channel for sort of other games, um, but as I say, just for certainly the rest of this year, the videos on that channel are going to stop. And as I say, but the videos on this channel won't stop. As I say, this is my priority, and every day at 3, hopefully, there'll be a video every day at 3 as always. I was half tempted to start chopping and changing the upload times to try and see if I could find a time of the day. There's a lot of theories, there's a lot of videos, and oh, do this, do that, turn this setting on, turn that setting off, and I've watched all of those videos, and to be fair, I found out of all of them that I watched probably, I don't know, about 10-15 of them, and only one that I found felt genuine, where the person was actually genuinely giving you proper information. And he said the overriding thing that I can tell you is pick a time that you upload to and stick to it, so that everybody that subscribes to your channel, that wants your videos, to see your videos, will know what time of the day they need to go on to YouTube to view them. So 3 o'clock kind of works for me. It gives me enough time, if I sort of do get a little bit behind in my schedule, it gives me enough time in the morning to upload the video, to and to sort of get it out. So I think I'd be silly to change that. So that's going to stay as it is. But like I say, the second channel at the moment is just going to be put on hold for a little bit. The sort of game that I was playing, it's got quite a few bugs, and it keeps crashing, and it keeps losing sort of where I'm at, and then I'm having to sort of play for a couple of hours to get back to where I was, only for then, perhaps not the next time, but the time after that, for it to crash and reset again. The game that I'm playing, it is on early access, so that's to be expected. So it's not a huge problem per se, but if I was just playing the game for myself, but for doing sort of a YouTube let's play on it, for I mean the aim for those games is about a month. That I'll play them for a month, and then we'll move on to the next game. There's quite a few games next year that are coming out that I really want to play. Some of them are farming games, so I'll be able to do them on this channel because it's a farming channel. I'm hoping as well next year, get myself organised, get myself sorted, that some real life farming videos will start turning up on the channel as well. Because I'm hoping that when the spring hits and the work around here starts, we'll be able to do seed drilling, we'll be able to do potato planting, we'll be able to do different things. I'm also hoping as well that I don't know how how well this is going to go, but I'm going to ask at least. I have kind of already sort of mentioned it, but I'm hoping to be able to take you around the first farm that I worked on, and then the second farm that I worked on. But both they've not said no, but at the same time they've equally not said yes either. So hopefully, but if not, we'll film them out in the field. So show the tractors. I mean, the tractors are different now on both farms to what I was driving. So you're not going to see sort of the tractors that I was driving. As I said earlier on this year, I think, was it just before the summer, or certainly in and around, I think it was June, July time. the second farm that I worked on sold my Challenger. So Kerry had been driving my Challenger and doing my job. She'd been plough woman or plough girl or whatever, and they changed my Challenger, and they changed it to event. So hopefully we'll get to see that out in the field next year. I have spoken to Kerry, because Kerry was working on the farm when I worked there, and myself and Kerry, we get on very well, and I said, what about the possibility of being on YouTube, about me coming and sitting with you for a few hours and filming and what have you, and she was quite up for it, but obviously I need the permission of the farm first. I don't see that being a problem. I think they're more than happy for me to record in fields, but given the sort of world that we live in now, I think both are quite reluctant to let me sort of wander the sheds and the farmyards. But we'll see how it goes. But that's what I'm kind of hoping next year brings, and the future. And as I say, eventually next year as well, probably late January, February time, the second channel will probably then start to get videos. It's not going to get videos every day. Like I say, don't have the time. This is my priority. This is what I really want to push. I want to push this channel. I want to get everything for this channel working absolutely spot on. It's as I say, I've got an aim where I want 1,000 subscribers by April 16th. Working very hard towards that. Got quite a few ideas that I'm hoping to start implementing almost immediately, to try and reach that figure, or get as close to that figure as I can. As I've always say in these comments, if you've liked what you've seen, give it a thumbs up, give it a subscribe. Put a comment and just say, great video, or whatever it is that you want to say, and it all helps to push the algorithm. If the algorithm thinks, oh, hang on, people are liking this video. I had a video the other day that I uploaded early last week. It went out early last week, and it did nothing, and then literally over the weekend a couple of people commented on it, quite a few likes came in, and the views went silly, and that video went from, on Saturday evening, having 22 views to waking up Monday morning, and that video has now got 545 views. So it's really, really good, and it really does help the algorithm. If people start liking the video, and sort of watching the majority of the video, liking it, and then kind enough to comment or subscribe on it too, because I've had 2 subscribers on that video, YouTube will really push that video for me. So as I say, it really does help. But that's the goals, and then once we kind of get them achieved, then we've also I'm sort of behind the scenes saving for my new PC, saving for more professional sort of microphones that are going to do a much better job, saving for better audio equipment all round, new monitors. I've already bought a new desk, so I'm sort of I kind of sort of said in February, I said to my little brother, I'm going to give it 6 to 7 months, 6, 7, 8 months, see how we go. If no one's watching and no one's subscribing, I'm just not going to bother. But people are, and people seem to be enjoying what I do. So now I'm starting to really invest, and over the next sort of 6 months, there will hopefully be lots of improvements. There'll be quite a few changes, and fingers crossed I can get to where I want to be. And as I say, that's April the 16th, and I want 1,000 subscribers. Well, I would like 1,000 subscribers. I know it's possible, because there was a period in I think it was March, April time, when I got 323 subscribers over a weekend. So so I know it's possible. I know I can do it, because I've already done it, and it's about doing that. So just a little kind of sort of at the end of this video, to sort of say, look out, because there is a YouTube Shorts series coming. Yes, I'm going to do a farming shorts series. So look out for that, because I'm quite excited by that. I'm quite intrigued as to how that's going to work. But so basically what will happen is we're going to choose a map, we're going to choose a farm. I don't know whether it's going to be FS22, I don't know whether it's going to be FS25, but we're going to choose a farm, we're going to choose a map, and it's going to be a series that is solely on shorts. Now, because it's shorts, there could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos a day. Because it is on shorts, I can obviously, get those videos recorded and sort of put out, sort of relatively quickly, because it doesn't take me that long to upload them. Whereas the proper videos, that can take anywhere up to about 4 or 5 hours. Where I live out in the sticks, broadband is powered by snails that bring it in from the big cities, and so it takes a while for them snails to get back with my information. So as I say, I do live right out in the sticks, so phone receptions are not great out here. We've just about got electricity now. Basically what we do is we get a couple of ginger kids and we rub their heads very hard against a wall or a woolly jumper, and that's how we sort of get electricity. But yeah, so look out for that. It's going to be a YouTube short. Like I say, as soon as I kind of know what I'm doing, where I'm doing it, and how I'm doing it and everything, not only will I be mentioning it in videos to try and obviously get interest and sort of drum up support for it, but there'll also be a couple of shorts that will kind of advertise the fact that it's going to be a YouTube short series, and that's what I'm going to do. So I don't think anyone else is doing it, and that's why I want to try it. I'm always trying to come up with new ideas. I'm always trying to do something different. I'm always trying to do stuff that I wouldn't necessarily normally do if it was just me. But when I'm recording, I'm playing the game for myself, because I have to be interested for me to do it. Because with ADHD, if I'm not got an interest in something, I ain't sitting and doing it. I'm up and moving around and doing whatever. So like I say, with ADHD, I can't just sit and do something for the sake of doing it. It just doesn't work with my brain. So yes, I'm partly playing this game for myself. It's a game I would be playing otherwise, but I also feel I have a responsibility, and I want the responsibility of coming up with new ideas, coming up with new things. Like I say, I used to write stories all the time, because it was the only way I could keep my brain active enough to keep it occupied. And whilst I don't think I've got the editorial skills to do storyboard videos, where a bit like the farmhand, if you like, from Scroft, I don't think I've got the editorial skills or the intelligence to be able to create a series like that. I would love to. Honestly, I've got so many ideas in terms of that, of stories that I've already written that farming, and I've written them about farming sim. So I've had a map that I've been playing, and I've basically written a story from that. So yeah, that's what's coming up on the channel. Hopefully you'll all enjoy it. Like I say, if you've enjoyed this video, give it a like, put a comment, and let's get this channel really moving, so that we can get where we all want to be. We all want this channel to be, and then we can go from there. But anyway, thanks ever so much for watching this video. I really enjoyed having your company. Can't wait to see you on the next one. Bye for now.